What's up and welcome back to my channel. I'm Diana and I'm the founder of Money Boss Mama, where I teach you how to improve your money habits so that you can pay off debt and build your savings. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the one tip that I used that helped me pay off my credit card debt nearly twice as fast while being on a low income. And this fly loves me so much. Oh my gosh. Anyways, child, grab your pen, grab your notepad, grab your wig, secure your edges, and let's go. Now, really quickly, a little backstory about me, especially if this is the first video of mine that you have clicked on. I started my debt-free journey making roughly $15 an hour, and I had 2 kids. So before my official debt-free journey, I was dead set on trying to find a way to decrease my auto loan payment. My auto loan was my first debt and it took up one of my bi-weekly paychecks, and I had my daughter at the time, so needless to say, your girl was struggling trying to take care of herself and a child on one paycheck per month. And so through good old Google, I learned about refinancing, but I needed to increase my credit score. So I went on a year-long credit score journey where I was working to improve my credit score, got it up, and then I refinanced my auto loan through my local credit union, going from a 9.25% to a 2.1%, and I use credit cards to help me improve my credit score. Now, did I regret the decision to refinance and improve my credit score using credit cards? Hell no. And I say that because my auto loan payment dropped by $100, and that helped me out tremendously, and it also helped me pay off the debt super fast. But it did leave me with credit card debt. After my credit score journey, I was not mentally mature enough to not see the lines of credit as free money, and so I ran up the credit cards a bit. Now, by this time, I had already learned about the horrors of interest from my auto loans, so when it became time for me to focus on my credit card debt, I was like, I'm gonna have to find a way to lower this interest because my little payments were being eaten alive and it just felt like I was getting nowhere fast. So I went back to good old Google and found this one tip, and it was to use a 0% intro APR card. So yes, basically I paid off my credit card debt using another credit card. So right now you may be thinking, what the heck is an APR and why do I need one that's 0%? Your APR is going to be your annual percentage rate, and it's basically just the amount of interest that you're charged over the entire year. So right now you also may be thinking, I've got enough credit cards, I'm in credit card debt, why would I get another one? But let me break it down to you really fast. So let's say that you have a $3,000 balance with an 18% APR. So considering that maybe you maintain that same balance, you're gonna wind up paying $540 in interest. And even if you make a payment of $100 as the minimum every single month, it's still gonna take you roughly 40 months to pay off that $2,000 balance. And ain't nobody got time for that. But if your APR was 0%, you would literally be saving $540 because that would be applied to the main balance. That's helping you to knock it out a lot faster. So here are the steps that I took whenever I learned about this tip. And the first one is to apply for a card with a 0% intro APR. Now this tip is a no-brainer, obviously, but there are multiple cards that offer a 0% intro APR. So you want to do your due diligence, and that's with any tip that you learn online, and do your research. With these cards, they all offer a 0% intro APR, but they're going to come with different features and different perks. And when it comes to your credit score, if you're at a 650 or above, then you should pretty much be in the green. But once again, you want to make sure to do your research and look at the credit score requirement before you actually apply, and only apply when you feel confident. And other features of the cards that you want to compare are, number one, the length of the introductory rate. Preferably you want a card with a longer introductory rate because that's going to give you more time to pay down that debt. period. I had one that went up to about 18 months, and so that gave me over a year to have payments that are being applied directly to my balance. You also want to look into balance transfer fees, annual fees. Please do not get a card with an annual fee. You want to look into the credit card or cash back rewards, the perks, and you also want to look to see what your APR is going to be after the intro period. And when you're comparing your credit cards, my favorite sites are Credit Sesame, Wallet Hub, as well as Nerd Wallet, because they list out different credit cards and then the features of each card. So it's really easy to compare, you know, the introductory length, any fees, and any perks that they have, and it's all in one place.
Huh? What did I do wrong? I took the blue paper off of this and now there's no tape on it.
That means there was no tape. Use the big roll. Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna get this video done. Anyway, step number 2 is to do a balance transfer to the card, and to maximize the 0% interest, you want to combine any debts that you can. That's going to include personal loans, medical bills, things like that. And now with these cards, a lot of them have a balance transfer fee that's going to be like 3% of the balance, or $5, whichever one is more. Most of the time I'm seeing 3 to 5%. So that means if you roll over a $2,000 balance that has, I'm gonna go on the higher end, 5% as the balance transfer percentage, then they're going to charge you 5% of that $2,000 balance, which is about $100. But keep in mind, you're not going to be paying interest for like that 12 to 18 month period, so that allows you to knock that out pretty quickly. And when it comes to figuring out how much to roll over to this card, you want to make note of when your intro period ends, because it will end and then you'll start accruing interest again. So whatever amount that you roll over, you want to make sure that you can pay it off before the intro period ends. Now I will say, I know not everyone is able to pay it off in full, so just make sure that you calculate the amount that you want your balance to be by the time the intro period ends. Step number 3 is to attack your balance like a maniac. Girl, throw nickels, dimes, and pennies at that thing, because you want to maximize that introductory period. And also, based on the amount that you have transferred and when your intro period is going to end, you want to create a plan of action in which you calculate the monthly amount you're going to need to send to your card to get to your target date, and then stick to that plan. This is not the time to play around, because once again, once that intro period ends, you're going to start accruing interest again, which means that your payment is going to be gobbled up by interest, and that makes it very difficult to progress, especially if you are not able to pay you know, way over the minimum. But when it comes to the cards that I've used, first one was Discover It. I love my Discover It card. I still use my Discover It card mainly for the cashback rewards, but with this card, it has an intro period of 15 months, no annual fees, and all of the cards I'm going to be sharing with you that I've used have no annual fees, and it has a rotating 5% cashback reward category based on, you know, whatever that category is for that month. And then the next one that I used was the American Express Blue Cash Everyday card. Love my Amex card. I still use this one as well, and this one also has an introductory period of up to 15 months. Both Discover It and American Express have a 3% balance transfer fee, but they both have no annual fees, and the cashbacks, it's pretty okay with American Express. And I also have another card that has a 0% intro APR. I did not use it for this tip, but it's the Chase Slate, and this one actually has an intro period of 18 months. It has a balance transfer fee of, I think, 3% or $5, whichever one is more. So I will leave all the credit card links down in the description box below. But once again, please remember that whenever it comes to whatever strategy that you're using on your journey, you take into consideration your behavior. For me, behavior is very, very important. if you are not ready to use a credit card to, you know, speed up your debt payoff process, then don't use it. But if you feel confident, then this is a tip that had really helped me, because I was low income and I was getting two-pieced by these credit card interest rates. But hopefully this helped you all. Leave me down below if you have used this strategy and how it worked for you. Leave any video ideas also down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Can it wait? No, it has to wait. Let me get through step 3.
Wait, just look. That's my first one.
Girl.